Is the meta movement. Today we're going over a few amazing metaphysical things, and that includes some free readings for you guys. So I'm coming to you from Southwest Florida. A lot of you are going to see this live on TikTok. If you see this later on YouTube or on my podcast, feel free to drop some comments in there as well. So let me know. I see some people just coming in now, so say hello. Tell me where you guys are from. I am in Southwest Florida. I'm actually this is kind of like my acoustic-y type of bathroom. Hey, Steph, how are you? Thanks so much for being here, guys. I have some awesome stuff planned for you today. Okay, so let me just get right into what we're going to go over today. All right, hello from Minnesota, hello from Maryland, Arizona, awesome. You're from England, awesome, Pennsylvania. So you guys are already like, how do I get a reading? How do I get a reading? So just throughout this segment today, we have 2 hours I'll be on for you guys. And we're going to go over a lot of metaphysical things, a lot of natural ailments that you can incorporate in your everyday life, your everyday health. We're going to talk about the common cold because we forget about rhinovirus and how common it is and what those symptoms are, okay? I know we get a lot of other stuff on our brains, so I'm going to kind of go back into that and talk about some easy, natural things that you can do for yourself and your family. While you're here, I would love if you can just double tap on that screen throughout this, and it'll give this live a bunch of likes, and I do so much appreciate it. I'm going to talk about hemp seed oil, and I'm going to talk about the benefits of hemp seed oil. It's something that I use religiously. I use it on my skin, but not just your skin. It does have benefits internally. So I'm going to talk about that as well. Thank you so much, guys. I see you guys double tapping. Those hearts are flying. Hello from Germany. Hi, guys. Welcome in. If you are just getting here, my name is Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's degree in sports psychology, and I have another master's in behavioral analysis. I was a high school teacher in a past life. For a couple years, I taught psychology at a Cambridge level. And I've now kind of stepped away from that and created my own portal, my own kind of mesh of what I feel comfortable in. And this is like this metaphysical life and really where it's leading us and sending us back into our roots and helping you basically live the happiest, most fulfilling life that you can possibly live. Hi, guys. I see you just getting in here. Say hello. Tell me where you are from. All right, so I'm also going to talk about citrine, amethyst, and smoky quartz because there is a lot of stuff on the internet as far as you purchasing these types of crystals. People question whether or not they are real or genuine or created by the earth versus created by humankind, and if there's a difference in their energy. And how that even happens, and what does it look like? What are the differences between a natural citrine and a non-natural or something that was created by humans afterwards? Okay. Oh, hello. There's so many people from California. Hello from El Paso. Hi, Holly. How are you? Thanks for being here. Mississippi. Hi, Birdie. How are you? Hello, guys. I'm just going back a little bit and saying hi, Shannon from Kentucky, Randy in Texas, Ohio, Florida, Washington. Oh my gosh, you guys are from everywhere. South Carolina, Arizona. Oh my gosh, you guys are all over the place. This is the time for me to go on. I have just decided. All right. So, the last thing I'm going to talk about is pretty cool. This is deeper into my psychology roots, and this is where my psychology and spirituality combine. So maybe some of you have heard of Carl Jung. He was an analytical psychologist. Okay, I've talked about Freud before. He was psychodynamic, and Carl Jung, he believed. Now, if you think of the same iceberg example that I used before, Carl Jung, he believed that we have a conscious mind, which is this much above water, and then we have an unconscious mind, and that unconscious mind is separated into two separate unconscious minds. One is personal to you, and one is a collective unconscious mind. Okay, guys? This is insane how we are not taught this. Carl Jung and Freud are kind of put on the back burner as people who are a little out there and spacey, and people don't really want to believe their theories for some reason. They don't have a lot of grounding evidence, but I mean, this stuff this has been in books for many years, and a lot of us don't even know that it exists. So I'm going to talk about and use the 12 archetypes. Okay, so this is a deck that has way more than 12 archetypes. I think there's I don't know, there's over 50. I think there's like 60 cards in this deck. And I'm going to incorporate that in today's readings, where I'm going to pull some cards and kind of help you guys out with your archetypes, which, if you don't know, an archetype is it's a trait that has a light and a shadow kind of self to it. And you signed up for this archetype when you created your sacred contract with your soul to come down here on earth. Because remember, before we came down here on earth, we were just part of a consciousness. There's no form. It was very abstract. We are one conscious mind. And to come down here to earth, we are given a consciousness. We are given a identity, something that we didn't have before. We still have access to this unconscious collective mind, and it just needs to be brought awareness to that it exists, because we tend to not really believe in things until we see it, but we need to start seeing things within ourselves or within our eyes before we have to believe it. It has to be internal. It doesn't always have to exist in the external world. Remember this, okay? There was a time, I can't even remember the year, but when formula was first created, okay, when we first invented formula for mothers who couldn't nurse, okay, there were many, many babies that started to die during the summertime, and people didn't know why. They called it sudden infant death, okay? And what was actually happening, we found out it was 14 years later. Scientists and researchers did find out 14 years prior that the reason babies were dying during the summertime was because their bottles were being left out, and the sun was heating up the microorganisms to an unhealthy level, and it was killing children, the microorganisms from the mold in the formula. And we couldn't see it with the naked eye, and it took 14 years of research to show and prove, and development of microscopes to show and prove the common society that germs was a thing. Before, germs was a theory. You guys know it. A theory means that it could change, that it wasn't a fact. Like we now see germs, we can see it, we believe that they exist, but there was a time where we did not believe that they existed. All right? So let's get into this. Let's start off with some readings. I feel like super drawn to using my past life deck. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you guys, just to get started, we're going to do a couple free readings, all right? And I feel like I'm going to just jump around on these decks, and the only thing that you're going to have to do is say your name. So as a psychic myself, we're going to be doing some energy readings, okay? And the way that I connect with another energy is by saying that energy's name. And some people might need photographs. I don't need photographs. I need names more than I need photographs. So, for some reason, whoever this first person is needs something cleared from their karmic past. And I am using a past life deck to do that. And this is just going to kind of give me a spark of the area that needs to be healed. As a clairvoyant, I do get visions. And I do relate them to these readings that we do back and forth here. Okay, they give me clues somehow. So I did see Katie. I know that's my name, but right when I looked up, I saw Katie. So Katie, this reading is for you right here. And this is something to do karmically that needs to be healed from your past. And while you guys are sitting here and waiting, you can keep putting your names in. Double tap on that screen. I would love it and appreciate it. Okay. Katie, I got the arts for you. I feel like there's an area of your life, there's something in your life that you were made to feel maybe not as good as, whether this was like a sibling or just the family in general. Maybe the family did something that you weren't great at, or a majority of the people in your family did something you weren't great at. I feel like there's an element to you exploring that. Okay, I don't even feel like I have to tell you to dive into things that you're comfortable with. I feel like you're supposed to dive into something that you're not comfortable with. Like if you were not a singer, if you never sang, start singing. Like if you've never tried pottery because it scares you, like try pottery. There's something that fears you in the arts, in the creative expression, and it's due to your past. It's due to it being, you being opposite of it, or people programming you to think that you weren't good enough. So you just decided to step back and take that role, but it really wasn't a part of you. Okay, so here we go. The arts, there is some creativeness that people told you weren't good at, and you probably still believe you're not good at it. That is exactly it. Okay, whew, I was getting a little chills in my heart when I said that. If you guys are looking for a personal reading, please, I do have a TikTok special, so you are guaranteed a reading. Please click the link in my bio. If you head to my name, Intuitive Healer 22, it'll pop up down here and you just go to my bio. There's 2 blue arrows. There is a website, heyhero/influencer/ Katie Maike Psychic. You'll be brought right to my partner's page. And you'll see that TikTok special for $16. And if you are looking for something that's like a little more in length of time, just feel free to add on time, or there are other options there as well. So I'm going to get that up and running, but let's go to the next person, Veronica. Okay, Veronica, something that you need to heal that is within your past. And again, this may have not happened to you in childhood. You may have no idea about this or where it came from, and that's probably the most confusing thing. So this is what past lives are. It's generational healing. We could have just been born into a family that continued this generationally. All right, so here we go, Victoria. Spirituality and religion. Okay, so there is this aspect of spirituality in your past really keeping you kind of in a bubble. I feel like spirituality is meant to help you flourish, to help you expand your wings, to be who you want to be, to express yourself the way that you feel inside. And I do feel like there's a part of like spirituality or religion from your past, whether it is your parents or their parents or something in that bloodline or a past life, that is kind of restricting. It's spirituality, but it's restricting. So when you think of spirituality and maybe even religion, I'm not even going to really get into religion. I'm going to stick more with spirituality. There is, I mean, maybe it was imposed as religion. Maybe spirituality was imposed as a religion and it keeps you confined. I do feel like there is this energy within you of really letting your spirituality blossom and being creative and not worrying about what other people think about you and what you're doing, whether it's your practices or what you believe or what you say. Don't worry about what other people are going to feel, how they're going to react. Okay, just do you in that area. All right. Okay, Elizabeth, I want this deck for you. All right, guys, if you're just joining, thank you so much for being here. My name is Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. I am doing what I love right now. I am combining spirituality and psychology to help you really understand and make sense of this awakening and where we're going and what it's leading us to. So I know a lot of you are getting the messages. You just may not understand it or you may not know why. And it's okay as long as you just keep following it, following your heart, following love. Remember, karma is intent based. Okay, so doing things with love and not for selfish reasons or negative intent reasons, that'll push you forward in life no matter what. Okay, here we go. Angela. Oh no, wait, I said another name. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, I said Elizabeth. Then I'll do Angela. Okay, sorry. Elizabeth. I see a man with dark hair and he's reaching out to you. That was interesting. Okay, your energy is gaining momentum. So there are some perspectives and changes in there's changes in your perspectives that have been going on lately. And I need you to know, and Spirit needs you to know, that you've been doing a great job. Like, there's this energy of saying you are progressing, you are moving forward, even if you don't see it in the physical or tangible world, even if there's a hiccup and you go back a step, like, you are improving, okay? You're improving 100%. You're gaining momentum. And like, this is what I want you to do. Like, when you feel like you're stuck in something, don't look down, don't look around you. Like, pretend, it's like you're flying in the sky and you're following the moon. You're looking at the moon, you're looking at the sun, you're looking straight ahead. You're not looking down at the destruction and the shit around you, okay? Because that's going to clog your energy, okay? If any of you guys are tripping over shit in your house, you have too much stuff, get rid of it. That's clogging your energy, okay? Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here. I see you guys in here. We're doing some free readings now. If you would like a personalized reading, I do have a TikTok special going on. It is $16 and you get a video response sent back to your email by me. So in the past, like last week, I did do like return within 24 hours. Now, I have been getting a gracious amount of readings, and I would love to promise the turnaround, and I do them as soon as I can, but I can no longer guarantee a 24-hour response unless you click that box off in your reading, and that will bump you up on Hey Hero. So, like I said again, I try my hardest after I do my lives to go right away and do all the messages and answer all the messages that you guys send me during my live. But I can't always guarantee that. So like last week, if you had to wait a couple days after a live, I apologize. But you guys are amazing. I can't complain, and I'm trying to find better ways to organize this so that I can get you guys your answers more quickly. All right. Because I know that's really important. All right. So Bella, I know I had said another name, but I forgot it. So you're going to have to come back on here. Okay. Bella. Okay. Bella, there's a time for healing right now. Okay, so there's this energy of you having to heal something. I don't feel like you have to sit back at all. I actually feel like Spirit's like, now don't tell her to sit back and just let it heal. Like, no, there is some energy of you pushing yourself to heal. There's energy of you recognizing your triggers on a daily basis. It is time right now. There's some big things that are coming for you, like, okay, so for some reason, I do feel like at the end of this month, there's going to be this hiccup, like a financial, like, I don't know how to put it. It's not like it's going to be bad. Like, I'm not saying anyone's going to be losing money. I just feel like there's going to be something that happens in the media and or in the government or whatever that's going to change the way we think about ourselves, about our future, about our money. And I feel like that moment is coming soon. But even in June, for some reason, I'm brought to June for you, that there's probably something else that's happening in June that you need to be healed from, whether this is a conversation that's going to be had, or a coming back together of a relationship that needs healing. Okay, so this is the time to heal that. Whatever is going on that's bothering you on a daily basis or makes your belly churn or triggers you, that's what it is, okay? All right. All right, guys, so I do want to talk a little bit about something that I feel like we forget on a daily basis, and that is the common cold, all right? Now, don't be jealous of this bottle, because I'm going to put the link in my bio of my YouTube video after I post this live on YouTube. This bottle, guys, look at this. Look at these times on here. It goes from 8 in the morning till 7 p.m. You get 64 ounces of water. It allows you to keep time and temp on, how well you're doing. There's even little like, keep chugging, don't give up, you're almost there. My mom got this for me, so I'm gonna put the link in the bio of this video for you so you can get one of these too. I'm not affiliated with this. I don't even exactly, it's just called Refill. But actually I think I don't know, actually, to be honest with you, but maybe I should have prepped myself. It's BPA free. It fit all my standards, and it helps me stay hydrated. Okay. So I'm going to put the link of that in, my video, my ref link in the video of YouTube. So go check that out in like the next day or so. All right. So guys, the common cold, I'm just quickly, Angie. Okay, that's the name I said, Angie. Let me read for Angie, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the common cold, which is called rhinovirus. Okay, rhino, nose, a rhino. All right, we're going to talk about that. So if you're looking for healthier, more natural ways of like combating the common cold or colds or viruses in general in your homes, especially if you have little kids, I mean, it's no matter what, we have to remember, like before all of this craziness happened in 2020, like we lived normal lives with common cold and sicknesses that, we have the ability to combat. And why wouldn't any of these new versions of the flu have the same effect? So I'm not talking about the flu today. That would be tomorrow's episode. I'm going to talk about the flu because there's differences. Today I'm going to talk about the common cold, and I'm going to touch upon ear infections too. Because if you have young children, I feel like with my first daughter, every time there was ear pain, ear infection, I went to the doctor. Every time for my son, and then I had another one, and I was starting to feel a little weird about it. And then my fourth child, I was like, wait a minute. Like, I can't keep running to the doctor every single time they have an ear infection. Like, I got to do more research on this. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that and some herbs and vitamins that you want to stay up to date with or have your kids stay up to date with, so that you don't have to spend all that time going to the doctor's office and whatnot. Okay. So Angie, this message is for Angie. Thank you so much for being here. Christina, I see you. Thank you. This message is for Angie. Okay. Life is speeding up, Angie, and I feel like there's some fear that's keeping you behind. All right. And I almost feel like, okay, it's the fear of the speeding up. It's the fear of change. And I feel like I need to stop you for a minute and realize that there are new gifts and there are new amazing things to experience in the new, okay? And when life is speeding up, it's not really speeding up. I mean, time is man-made. You guys know that there's really not 24 hours of rotation actually, the rotation of the moon is 23 hours. We don't even go to the sun. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. Sorry, I've got a science brain, and it was so hard to combat the science brain with the spirituality brain, but I am finding that mesh right now, okay? So life is speeding up for you, and I do feel like you need to jump on that horse, jump on that train, and just ride it, okay? Just try to get through this. Don't think it's long term, okay? I feel like when you get into this area of your life that starts to get a little hectic and things start to come in a little bit faster, it's like you step back because you think oh my God, is my whole life going to be like this? But I really got to tell you, it's just a moment. It's just a moment in time where we got to catch up a little bit. Okay. And remember, time is not real. Time is man-made. All right. So, do with it what you will. When I was a high school teacher, I took my clock off my wall so that I could not see the day. I couldn't see how far behind I was in a lesson. I couldn't do that. I just followed the energy of the room of the children, and we shifted activities accordingly. And I'll tell you, after teaching 8 classes in a row, all of my students behaved the same. It's like this one collective energy does exist, and this one consciousness does exist. We are all getting messages simultaneously or sending them back and forth signals somehow. Okay. If you guys do want a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio. My name is Katie Maike. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I'm also a life coach, so you can get spirituality or life coaching there. I have a TikTok special for $16, and that'll get you a 1 to 2 minute video response that's sent right to your email. If you're looking for something more or a little bit more in length, there are options for that, but I have other options there as well, mediumship or spirituality. But honestly, for the TikTok special, you can ask anything, and it's basically just a time set, okay? Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Hi, guys. I see some names. I'm just going to shout them out real quick before we go over this common cold stuff. So I see Molly and Chelsea, Catherine, Nina, Courtney, Kristen, Catherine, Stacy. Hi, Molly. Hi. Hi, Shannon. How are you guys? Hi, Tessa. Hi, Sarah. Hello. Hi, Gloria. You guys will all be here when I repost this on YouTube. Hi, Wendy. Hello, guys. Hey, Dominique. Hello. How are you? Hi, Gray. How are you? All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Double tap on that screen while I talk a little bit about the common cold. Okay, we can't forget about the common cold And, you know, we don't want to freak out or have anxiety every time we get sick or our children get sick and think that it's the worst case scenario. That's programming that's inside of us, guys. We have to take a step back and really look at the facts and really listen to our intuition. When I do medical readings and medical scans on clients or patients, I just snorted. Oh my God. When I do medical readings on clients, I have to really let go of any fear and any anxiety. And when I'm doing a medical reading, if there's any fear or anxiety present inside of me, then I know that that's not a psychic reading. That's not information coming to me. That's my own energy that's fearing something. So for those of you who question, like, how do I decipher the difference between messages that are coming to me, like a psychic message, versus something I'm just making up on my own? A lot of it is fear-based. Like, you'll never get an intuitive message that's fear-based. If you are ever to be put in a situation that is scary, like, let's just say you have this fear of being put into a situation that's like super fearful. I don't know what it is. Let's just use the police, for example, okay? Say you have a fear of talking to a police or getting arrested, or a fear of even just going into a prison or anything like that. There is like this, there's just this energy of you pushing that fear to the side and knowing that, like, for example, if you were meant to go into that prison, you're not going to be guided in a fearful way. Maybe there's something in there. Maybe there's a person you have to meet. Maybe there's someone you need to say something to that will make their day or change their life. Like that, conversations can change people's lives in minutes, instances. Okay. Fear of death. Fear of death is just we're programmed to fear death because we don't explain to children what it is or means or where we come from. Like, we explain it as a place of where we go instead of a place where we came from. Okay. So like I said before, we're all one conscious mind, and we came from that one consciousness, and we decided to have this experience here on earth and learn some lessons. What am I going to sign up for in my contract? Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm going to do this, and this, and then you're sent down to earth and you forget it all. And then you're just made to remember. And it really is about remembering being here on earth. It's really about remembering. And when messages come through that are from spirit, there's no fear. Okay. I'm led from a good place. I'm led from a place that there is no fear in it. If that, I don't know how to explain it. It's just all love. Even when I do missing persons cases, I don't fear it. Okay. In the beginning, I had to emotionally detach myself from a lot of what I saw. But I do know that it's almost like spirit will only show me what's necessary. Okay. Whether it's a location of where a body is, not exactly what happened to that person. Okay, so let's dive into the common cold. Okay, we'll get through this because I'm going to talk about our feet, guys. I'm going to talk about reflexology. I'm going to talk about what you can do for your little ones, for the common cold, for viruses. My husband gets horrible migraines, and if he just sits and I have this pressure point on his foot, his migraine like dissipates. I remember when I was in 5th grade and I had this horrible migraine, and we were on a trip to like this fun zone, and I had a headache the whole time, and I'm sitting there the whole time like I couldn't get rid of this migraine. And one of the teachers on the trip happened to be a massage therapist on the side, because teachers don't get paid well. And on the side note, and she put my feet up and she put 2 thumbs on pressure points on my toes, and my headache instantly went away. And that's when I fell in love with this idea of reflexology. So okay, the common cold, guys. Now, common colds are viral. We all know common colds are viral. Yes, Eastern versus Western medicine. Yeah, I think we need to incorporate everything. Remember, we are one. Okay. Now, when something is viral, it means we do not use antibiotics. It's not gonna help at all. There are some studies that even prove that providing antibiotics to a cold that does not require it can actually hurt it later on in the future, hurt your immune system in the future. So a Harvard study that was done in 2017 on ear infections with children, they found that 80% of ear infections were viral. Okay, how many of you guys go to the doctors for an ear infection and automatically get antibiotics every single time? I questioned it. I finally questioned it after 3 children. I went and I said, why do you just give them antibiotics? Like, how do you know if it's viral or bacterial? And their answer to me, this was a nurse practitioner, looked at me and said, most parents pay for insurance, so they expect some type of medication to be given. So we're just giving them what they expect. Okay? I know, without blood work, how do you know? So this is why doctors do, okay? Because I don't want to sit back and say you should never give ear infections, and how are we going to even know? There are some signs and symptoms that you do want to just give the antibiotics, but it's not every time. And I realized when I went to the doctors with my children, it was every single time. I was just being handed a bunch of antibiotics, the same antibiotics every single time, until with one of my kids, it wasn't working and they were switching antibiotics. And I'm just like, what are you doing? You just told me only like 80% of ear infections are viral. So why are you sitting here continuing to try to give me a medication? Maybe it just needs to work its way out. Okay. Now listen, I'm not telling you to not take antibiotics. I'm trying to tell you what goes on behind the scenes. Now, a doctor is going to give antibiotics if a child is 6 months or under, because you can't communicate with a child. And yes, that is valid enough for a doctor to just give a child, antibiotics. Okay. So I'm not going to fight with you on that one. Now, if there are high fevers present with ear infections, that's a sign it could be bacterial and does need antibiotics, okay? But if a child is just complaining of ear pain and there are no other symptoms at all, you can still call your nurse and say that before you book an appointment, okay, to think that you do need antibiotics. Talk to your providers, communicate with the nurses, call them, send them messages, okay? My child has ear pain, but there are no other symptoms, okay? Even ask them, what are the chances that they will need antibiotics? Now, they're probably going to say that they need to see the ear, which is fine, but keep that in mind when you go to the doctors if there's no other symptoms, okay? Questioning is where we learn about, yes, thank you. Questioning is where we learn about ourselves and people around us. If we don't ask questions, then we aren't going to know, and we're going to need to depend on all these different professions and people. Now, let's dive into like different herbs you can use at home for yourself, because it's harder with children, but you can always take these herbs and mix it and heat it with honey. Put any herbs with honey and then strain the herbs out, and the children can use the honey to either take a spoonful or put on their cereal or put in whatever. Okay, so peppermint, yarrow, those two are really good. Elderberry or elderflower. I know, like, when the corona hit in 2020, I think elderberry was out on every shelf possible. Now, this is you have to be careful with elderberry, because elderberry, there's 2 different types of elderberry. And I got to get back to you. So, hold on. Elizabeth, you said, so you were right about a man with dark hair reaching out to me. My phone rang. It was my husband. Holy crap. No way. That is insane. Oh, so someone else says, my dad squeezed onion juice into a spoon and heated it up and put drops in his ears. Now, I'm not going to ever tell you to put anything in your ears, but you could, like, put some of the juice on a cotton swab and just put it on the outside of your ear, and I feel like the aroma or the essence of it would still work. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to put anything in your ears, but maybe it worked for you. You can try that. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I've put garlic on my skin before and burned from garlic and didn't realize it, because it's a good antiviral. So you have to test things, small amounts. Okay, don't just like put drops of oregano oil in your ears because it says it. essential oils are a completely different topic, guys, or oils are a completely different topic. So an infused oil is different than essential oil. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, so you also want to make sure that you take high doses of vitamin C. Vitamin C is going to help you combat that. You could just take it as a supplement. Orange juice, there's orange juice can be super acidic, so maybe you might want other areas that have high vitamin C content, or just take a supplement in that way. You want to get like 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams per day when you're about to get sick or when you're sick. Now, something that I've used since I was in high school is Echinacea. Now, Echinacea, you can't take this like every single day, but what you want to do is like take it for 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and it really does help me with my sickness. When I was a high school teacher, I took this a lot to stay healthy because, there's so many germs and buggers everywhere, even with high school students. All right. Okay. So take the capsule. Don't put it in your ear. Okay. Yeah. There's capsules too. You can just take those. All right. So let's get into some readings. I'm going to pull my daily crystal inspiration. I'm going to give some messages from your guides right now. If you do want a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio. I partner with a site called Hey Hero. And if you're watching this later on YouTube or my podcast, the information down below will still get you to one of my readings no matter where it is. Okay? All right, Stephanie. So I have a message for you, Stephanie. All right. Stephanie, this is a message for you from your guides. Whoa, this one's like not going anywhere. Find peace within, okay? It's about your happiness, Stephanie. It's about your happiness and what is really going to make you happy inside, okay? And when I say inside, I mean you're so happy with the inside that it doesn't matter what your outside looks like, okay? But there is I feel it's connected, because if you're happy with who you are on the inside and you're confident with who you are on the inside, then you'll have no problem making your external world like balance that or radiate that in the law of attraction, okay? This is a fluorite, all right? Just in case you're wondering, this fluorite. All right, Amelia, thank you so much for being here, guys. If you want a reading, these are quick messages from your guides right now. And all you have to do is say your name and double tap on that screen. Let's see if we can get this live to 22,000 likes before, in the next 22 minutes. How about that? It's 12:38 Eastern Standard Time here. And let's go to 1 p.m. That'll give us like 22 minutes to get to 22.2 thousand. If we do that, I will extend my archetype readings at the end for you guys. I'll do a little bit. I was saving these for the TikTok special, so you can click that button at the TikTok special and get your archetypes, which this is part of your contract that you sign when you come down here on Earth, of the things that you have to heal and deal with, just to make life interesting. Okay, so we'll do some of these readings at the end. If we can get to 22,000 likes in the next 22 minutes. Okay, so type your name in, tap that screen. Here we go. Thanks, guys. All right, Heidi, I have a message for you, Heidi. All right, Heidi. Whoo. Ignite your passion, Heidi. It is time for you to do you. I have this energy like I'm seeing a mom, and I feel like the time has come where you look around and you're just like, what about me? Like, what about me? When am I going to have that time to do what I want to do? And I feel like the time is now. The time for you. You may not be a mother. Maybe you have other priorities, or you've been taking care of other people in another way. But there is this energy of it's your turn now. It's your time now. And the only way that it's going to happen is if you make those steps, if you take those steps and you give yourself time. Give yourself time, take time, however you have to say it, however you want to believe it. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for double tapping, guys. We're almost there. We're about halfway there. Patricia, I get a message for you, Patricia, I see a little dog. I see like a really small dog wagging his tail. Okay, let the money flow in, Patricia. So I almost feel like I can't sit here and tell you that I saw some big money coming your way soon. But what I do feel like is you're being given an opportunity. There's something in your present moment that if you water it right, it will yield you great success and a lot of money in the future. So I feel like there's something that maybe you've been dabbling with and you say, should I do this? Should I not do this? And you do see it taking time to grow. And maybe you're like, I might fall out of interest in it. I do feel like you need to put effort into it because in the long run, I do see it yielding money for you or some type of income that you maybe don't have to work hard for. Okay. Someone said I skipped Amelia. Oh, I have ADHD. I'm sorry. I have ADHD. Let's do Amelia. I'll get you back, girl. Everyone's rooting for you. Everyone knows we are all one collective mind. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. I think teaching high school was harder than being in school because I had to pass so many exams just to teach. Oh. Okay, Amelia. I don't even know how I did that. Amelia. Okay. Are you waiting for something in the mail? Okay, I got lighten up. I don't know if there's something you're waiting for, but there's this energy of you just kind of chilling out, not putting so much energy into the when, and maybe putting more energy into everything else that's going on in your life because I feel like this is consuming your energy in a way that is not healthy. Okay, Amelia? So I got Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up a little bit. I don't know what it is. I saw you staring at the mail, almost like you're just waiting for something to be mailed, and all I can think of is like snail mail and how slow it is. It's like watching water boil. So there's this energy of you like lighting up and maybe stepping back from a situation that you're kind of hanging out in or waiting on. Okay. All right, guys. If you're new here, my name is Katie Maike. I am a psychic medium. I see you guys still on there. Hello, I see so many of you. And you guys are tapping on that screen. Thank you so much. We are getting closer and closer to the 22,000. For those of you who don't know why I'm asking you to get to 22,000 likes, at the end, I am going to pull some of these archetype cards for you guys. Now, these archetype cards, the idea of all of these archetypes is that we've taken about 12 of these and we've created a sacred contract that we decided to come down here on earth and learn these lessons. And these archetype cards have basically like attributes that have a light and a shadow side. And by me showing you this card, for example, this is the detective, okay? There's a good and a bad, I would say, or a negative energy associated with, or shadow energy associated with having a detective type of energy. And a light attribute would be like great powers of observation and an intuition, desire to seek out the truth, but it could also mean, voyeurism or falsifying information. And you really have to see where you fit in that. Where are you learning your lessons? What end of the spectrum are you on? In which way do you want to go? Okay. All right. So, let me tell you a little bit about the message for Nina. Okay, Nina. Message for you from your guides, Nina. I heard it is time to step up. I don't know. I heard it in my head, Nina, before I even pulled a card, but I'm still going to pull a card. Soothe your soul, okay? So there is this energy of you doing something that you really, really love. And I feel like your guides really want to push you there. Your guides are saying, you're ready, girl. Like, stop fearing that it's not going to work out or that it's not going to yield financial stability. Just do it. Okay. And don't think that it's a forever. Like, it's just in the moment. All right. Make that step, make that stride forward. And you just want to jump into it. All right. All right. My gosh, so many people. I'm just going to say some more hellos to Becca, Dusty, Gabby, Elizabeth, Judy, Jessica, Lene, Amanda, Tanya. Hello, guys. Thanks for being here, Elizabeth and Tina and Gabby and Veronica and Elise. Thank you, guys. I'm going to lose my voice. I might want to take a sip of this. I'm actually a little behind. Okay, it's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, and I'm just at like 11:45. So I spit a little bit out, but hey, I gotta go to 1 p.m. Okay, so only a couple sips. All right, if you guys are looking to receive a reading from me, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. It'll send you to my partner site called Hey Hero. Hey Hero is a spiritual platform. It is a third party who verifies who I am so you don't get scammed. Okay, this amazing platform. A lot of real psychics have to do this now. We cannot accept PayPal. We cannot accept Venmo or Cash App because that's what the scammers are doing. All right, we're at 21,000, guys. You guys are gonna do it in 10 minutes. Did you guys just jump to 10,000 likes in 10 minutes? Like, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, I just got off topic there, but oh, okay. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so what's next? I feel like 22,000 likes, you guys. Yay, let's do a little bit more then. Your fingers are tired. I appreciate it. Now let's do some more readings because you guys did so well on that. I appreciate it. I was going to stop, but let's do more, okay? So Stacy, here we go. Stacy, a message for you. Let's see what Stacy, I don't know what this is. I grabbed this deck. I don't usually do this deck, but I grabbed it. Stacy, there's a message for you. Okay, I'm going to cover the boobies, but I got the womb. Okay, the womb card for you, that there is definitely some type of creation or something that wants to come out of you, something that is very true to you, that is, okay, let me see if I can, I feel you like, I don't know, I feel like you want to do something in a very expressive way. Like, the way that you're showing me, like, is almost like throwing paint. Like, I feel like inside of you, you're just begging to create something that is novel, something that is new, something that has feeling and emotions in it. And you may not even be focused on this, but I feel like your heart is desiring this. So if you feel stuck in any way, it's because something needs to come out of you that's going to give you that spark, okay? That's how I feel. Okay, Shelby. Here we go, Shelby. Message for you. I love when the cards fly out. Spirit's like, you don't have to pick, Katie. I'll do it for you. Okay, sacrifice. All right, so I got the sacrifice card. Now, this is how I want to present this to you, okay? When you think of the word sacrifice, okay, does it resonate with your childhood? Does it resonate with like how the adults use the word sacrifice? Because what's coming through for me is like that there was a comparison of children and making a sacrifice for them. And it almost puts a burden on you as a child. Okay, so I feel like there's something about healing that and really understanding where your self-worth, where the issues in your self-worth lie. Okay, let's go back to that idea of where parents made you as a child almost feel like a burden somehow. Okay? Think of the conversations, think of, anything that sticks out in your mind that's a memory that you can't figure out why you're remembering it. That could lead you there, okay? If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, Lene. What energy do you need to embrace? Okay, what energy do you need to embrace? Sorry, some things just come to me through spirit. Okay, so I have this Taurus energy, and this is really about like trust and being patient, but like sensuality and really like teaching and getting in touch with like your feelings and trusting that people will accept you, trusting your environment and being true to who you are at the same exact time. Okay, trusting that the environment isn't going to chew you up and spit you out if you are true to who you are. Okay, it's like take the bull by the horns, just do it, be who you want to be, and don't worry about what other people say. Okay, but there's a sensuality that needs to come out inside you. Okay, like I'm drawn to like sensual things. And it might make you feel uncomfortable. I don't know. But if it does, that's an even more reason to try. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Melanie. I saw Melanie. What energy do you need to embrace? Melanie. I'm so happy that makes sense. Okay. So Melanie, you got the card of mutable, to be mutable. Okay. This is like the card of water and being fluid and embracing change and almost allowing the water to direct the way that you go. And what I mean by that is really looking at the things in your life that are going on and realize which ones you actually have control over and which ones you don't, because there's a lot that you don't have control over, but you focus on that anyway. Okay. I feel like things are changing for you and you have to be okay with it, or you're just going to get stuck in the cycles. Things are going to seem hard. And then you're just going to have that repetitive thought again that sends you down into that rabbit hole. And I feel like just letting go and just trusting. I feel like I got to bring trust back up into this, but there's some element of just not trusting. And I feel like you're just taking it from past experiences. It's not legit to new experiences in your future. So think about that. Okay. Just go with the flow, like just surrender to the moment. All right. And start off small. Start off by meditating in a small space where you feel safe. Just surrender. Don't think someone's, if there are other people in the house when you're meditating, you're not fully focusing because you're thinking, are they going to come in? Are they going to hear me crying? What are they going to do? So thanks so much, Melanie. So yeah. All right, Judy. We have a message for you, Judy. Okay. Opposition. Okay. So I do feel like opposition. Now let me see, Judy. Okay. It's interesting that I said Judy, and you have the opposition card, which is talking about imbalance. It's talking about like points of tension between two. It's talking about inner struggles, power struggles. I feel like this is an inner struggle that you're going through. I feel like there's an opposition that you have inside of you and it doesn't make sense. It's almost like you want to be the yin and the yang. You want to be both ends of the spectrum, but you can't, or maybe you are and you feel like you're both ends of the spectrum, but you can't figure out how to balance that. It's almost like Gemini energy, and I feel it's like you can be really talkative and then you can just be a hermit. Like, and where do you fit in that? Where do you have a gray area? And I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like this is a journey of finding your gray area. It's a journey of finding the middle ground of this internal opposition that you have going on inside of you. Okay. That was, I feel like that message resonated with like a younger version of myself, Ooh, a card fell out. Gabby C. Friends. All right, Gabby. What energy do you need to embrace, or what do you need to know? 10th house. Okay, so there's some other cards that came out here, so I'm just going to tell you what they kind of mean underneath. So this may be directed towards your career. I do feel like there is some transformation that's coming in. And it is going to be really creative. It's going to be very childlike. And I do feel like it's really going to like help you. It's going to be passionate, but I feel like it's going to bring you back to childhood somehow. And it might just be a feeling of you sitting down and doing this. But it feels like you have to face your fears and get over this hump of what someone told you wasn't going to work in the past. Okay. All right, guys. So, How many of you guys in here have ever signed up or for like a Reiki class or a chakra class or any small like awakening class? All right, please let me know. Like, just say me, throw your hand up, just throw an emoji in there. I'm going to get back to the readings in just a second, but I do really, really want to talk about the benefits of reflexology because reflexology is non-invasive. It like babies, my children hate taking medicine orally, but like if they have a cold or something, like I can use reflexology to improve their sinuses or the way that the fluid is draining in their ears. Like, I know a lot of you are familiar with like chiropractors. These are doctors of osteopathic medicine. Yeah, reflexology is so easy to learn. You can pick up a book and it's honestly like you can go right, you know what I'll do with a link? I'll put some links below to some books and to a poster, because posters and visuals that are like up on the wall, that's the easiest, because if it's there, you don't have to go to a book or your phone and look it up. It's just, it's always there. It becomes part of your spatial navigational memory. You picture it as part of your house and it helps in so many ways. So what I did was I tried to draw something backwards here to let you guys know a little bit about reflexology. Okay, so you see this on here. Did I put these wrong? Look, I got this. Okay. All right, guys. So these are your feet. All right. You got your left and your right foot. Okay. You guys can see this, right? So, I mean, the benefits of reflexology, you're going to, it helps to improve circulation. It's going to help with relaxation. So in those two areas alone, it can improve your sleep. It can help improve like or stimulate creativity because it can promote clarity of mind. We know that when we are in pain, we don't have a clear mind. It can cause problems with our eating habits, with our relationships. Okay, so you have numerous spinal surgeries and always in pain. Okay, like pay attention to this. We can go over a little bit more later as far as like the spots for pain, but I'm going to focus on like related to the head colds, the sinus headaches, congestion, headaches. Okay, that is so easy. That's the easiest one to like start with. Okay, so I'm just going to put that little bug in your ear and you can just start that one way and then kind of evolve after that. Okay, so before we start, guys, like this is not normally what a map looks like when you purchase a map that is for reflexology. I mapped it out this way so that you could see a couple things. Now we're going to have points that run straight down with each toe, but we're also going to have areas of the body that they correspond with. So when our brain corresponds to all parts of our body, it's connected to all parts. You're going to find areas that would be associated with the brain in all areas. But for example, see this image of the body on the side? Our feet basically correspond to our entire human body. Starting with the tip of the toes is the shoulder up. And then this next area would be like our diaphragm and our lungs. And then we have our stomach. And then we have our hips and our pelvic area. Okay, and usually right along the insides of your feet are your spinal cord. So if you have problems with like your spine or your back, not being like super precise, just rubbing the insides of your feet in these areas, that's going to help with back pain. Okay, now, you can get benefits like digestion, benefits like you can get relief from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, aches and pains, stiff joints, headaches, sinus pressure. Certain points can help drain fluid from your ears. I'm going to tell you, if you're pregnant, just be careful. They do say that there are certain spots that can trigger uterus contractions. I'm not telling you any of those spots now, but if you're pregnant, please do your own research before you do this, okay? Now, check this out. Now, see the toes? Now, right on the very tips of numbers 1 and 2, the very tips, touching the toe down like this, applying pressure, that is going to help with headaches first and foremost, headaches and sinus. Okay, anything headaches and sinus, you're going to touch the tops of the first 2 toes on either side. Now, if you have problems with ears, okay, your left side is going to be associated with your right ear or your left ear and vice versa. Okay, it's not like the opposite of what we think. It's your left foot is for your left ear. We're not talking about brain type. Okay, we're not talking about like sides of the brain control what side of the body. Okay, so your left number 5 on both sides is going to help you with your ears. Okay, so if you put just pressure on your pinky toes, if you have clogged ears, if you have ear infections, touching the pinky toes are going to help with that ear. Okay, now if you have clogged or congestion, okay, babies suffer from this. Like, this is horrible. Like, my baby still breastfeeds and she cannot breathe when she's clogged. So check this out. The inside of between 1 and 2 on both sides, the inside of the big toe, put pressure on the inside of the big toe and on the flat part on the bottom of the big toe. Okay. If you have, sore throats, that's going to be see where this dotted line is? It's going to be, but remember, this is the bottom of your foot. So it's the small spots, like right where your toe meets your foot. Okay. There's almost like a little lip or like ledge. And you're going to push straight down in those areas for your sore throat. Okay. Now, I'm not being super, super precise. There are very precise spots that I am not talking about because I am not considered a professional, but these are areas that you as a parent, as a human, can do to help alleviate some problems that just kind of come out of the blue. And if you're interested a little bit more in getting into like reflexology, I would just either do some research, find some books. I have, let me see. I'll put the link to this book in the bio portion of this video when I repost it on YouTube. But here's a book on reflexology. I got this at Barnes & Noble for $8, but you can also purchase this on Amazon. It's a little bit more on Amazon, but I'll put that link down below. I love this. I love these types of books. The In Focus book collection, like, just go get all of them. Okay. All right. So reflexology, like, let me tell you, I think when my husband has a migraine and it makes his entire day, he can't do anything, I think that is when I love reflexology the most. I say, lay on the couch, put your feet up, and let me just hold on to your toes. And I push on all sides of his big toe over and over and over and over until his headache basically goes away after he stands up. It's almost like he says he forgets it and it just goes away when he stands up. So whatever the case may be, it works for us. I hope that it can work for you guys. Okay, try that if this is something. Okay, what if someone has a problem going into REM sleep? Oh, REM. If someone has a problem going into REM, any pressure points for sleep? No, wouldn't that, I don't know. I mean, my husband jokes all the time that he wishes there was a pressure point that'll make you fall asleep. I mean, I don't know that if there is one, or where that is. I'm sure there's pressure points for that. But, I would recommend some other therapies for sleep, maybe some like, aromatics, or just some meditation. In general, sometimes we can't sleep because our anxiety or, you could use a something off of YouTube, some music, some type of meditation. I don't personally, we're not talking about sleep today, so I didn't prepare anything like off the top of my head, but we can definitely go into like how, and what sleep is and how to get better sleep, because sleep is so important, guys. Like, when you sleep, you release growth hormones. You release hormones that help to regenerate like the cells in your body. So sleep is so important. And if, I think somebody not being able to sleep is probably the most torturous thing ever. Like, sleep feels so good to us. So we'll go over sleep again in the future. Definitely. I've never heard of binary beads. I have used neodymium magnets. So, you can try that. Most of us think that we need 8 hours of sleep, but we actually only need like 4 to 5 hours as adults. Children who are growing, who need the most release of growth hormones, those are the children. That's the area that needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep or so, because they're growing, and when they're in that deep delta sleep, they release growth hormones, and that's when they're growing the most. But adults don't need to grow, so we don't need as much of that deep delta sleep that we did when we were children. Okay. All right. So, hey, Monica, thanks for being here. I have a mod in here. So today, I think, we did talk about the common cold and reflexology. I have a couple more things to talk about. Maybe in the next half hour, we'll get into, or maybe 20 minutes, I'll get into like the benefits of hemp seed oil. I'm going to talk about the fact that hemp was literally just a couple years ago, hemp was finally legalized in the United States. And I'm not talking about THC cannabis. I'm talking about hemp, a plant that is not psychoactive. Okay. If we get less sleep, we lose weight, ? We lost. If you get less sleep, I don't know. So thanks for being here. So let's get back into, let's do a few more card pulls. And if you guys want a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio. After my 2 hours is up, the $16 TikTok reading is going to change price. And I will also have a new Valentine's Day special that is up. The link will be up in my bio. The reading will be up there. It's 11/11. It's a text reading for yourself about love, or for you and another individual about love. And I'll draw one card for you. So that link is not available right now, just because we're doing the live TikTok readings. But that'll be available in about 53 minutes when I'm done this. Okay. All right, guys. Sarah, you said your name, and let's do this. I feel so drawn to this deck over here for you. This deck has a lot of nudity, so I may not be able to show you, but I feel like there's a message in it for you. Okay. Oh, we can show this. Okay, visions of life beyond death. This is kind of like what I was going off of earlier, how we sit and we have this fear or this anxiety about death. We think that death is an ending. We fear death. Most religion was based off giving people an idea that there is an afterlife. And it's not necessarily that I don't believe in an afterlife. I believe that we came from somewhere and that this life is an experience. So it's almost like saying, like, you go on vacation and you call this vacation home your new home. To me, I'm like, I'm not home. I'm on vacation. I'm doing some crazy ass things over here on earth. And then when I'm done, I'm going back home. Okay. So, I feel like there is this energy of you really seeing beyond what you've been told is possible, and really opening your eyes to this energy of oneness. Open your eyes to, how do psychics and mediums enter and get messages from spirit or spirit guides? How do I say someone's name and embody their energy and feel their feelings and see what's going on around them? Like, how do I do missing people and I can explain, or I can describe a vision of a place that I'm seeing where this person is buried. And then all I have to do is describe it enough to where someone finds this place that exists in real life. And then we go there and we find the person. Like, how do I do that? How is that possible? The only thing that I can think of is that there is one consciousness. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my individuality out of this. I'm putting myself into this one consciousness, and I'm asking to see through the perspective of a specific person, from a specific individual. And that's how I'm doing this remote viewing. to think that this isn't a thing. The government does this. They use psychics and spies. So, I feel so weird about or standoffish when police don't want to work with psychics and mediums. And I feel like it's because their fear of really, we have the ability to see beyond. We have the ability to see within, and we have the ability to see intent. And when someone doesn't want to work with an individual, and they say it's because they can't be reputable. Well, you know what I have to say is that eyewitness testimonies are not reputable. There's millions of studies that show it, yet we still use eyewitnesses for testimony. But the government does use mediums and psychics all the time. I mean, there's the Gateway Project that's out for people to go look at. And if anyone knows what the Gateway Project is, it's basically a collection of tools, of psychic tools that you can use to just do anything psychically. You can do anything you want psychically. You can go anywhere you want in your mind. You can see anything you want. You can be in another person's presence. You can spy on whoever you want. Like that's what the Gateway Project is about. It's about showing you a structured way of getting there. Now, what I've learned as a psychic medium is you can create your own toolbox. You can do whatever you want. You can put anything in there. If you want to imagine a light beam and you want to say that energizes you and that connects you to the oneness, that connects you to the matrix of information or Akashic records or whatever you want to say, it's all the same. It's all oneness. It's all one energy, guys. So remember where you came from, and that this bullshit that we're here dealing with on a daily basis doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're just here to accomplish the goals that we set out to do, the archetypes that we set out to accomplish to make this an experience. Okay, we're here for the experience. Remember that. Okay, we're not here as a punishment or failure. We're here to succeed, and we are here to experience this amazing earth. Okay, all right. Let's do some readings here. Let me see, what time is it? If you guys want one of these bottles, check out when I upload the replay on YouTube, okay? I will put a link to one of these down below. It is amazing. I mean, it has ounces on one side, milliliters, ounces and milliliters on one side, but the only side that I care about is the time, okay? Because this is helping me to drink water throughout the day, all right? And it honestly only takes like 2 swigs to get down to the next level. Okay, so I don't feel that bad. And I'm not rushing to the bathroom. All right. Candace. Okay, I have a message for you, Candace. Do you have a lot of people that are kind of squawking in your ear telling you what to do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do? Hello, friend. How are you? Hi, Steph. Okay, message. Not for Steph, but for Candace. Okay. I feel, be fearless and bold. Okay, and I can't help but feel like this is connected to you standing up for yourself with your words, standing up for yourself in a conversation or, excuse me, it's like, I feel like people are just constantly giving you advice or opinions that you don't ask for. Like, and it doesn't even have to be like a lot of people. It may just be like one person that has been doing this your whole life that you just don't ask for. This Badger energy is just telling you to be fearless. Like, it's time for you to just step into your own and kind of away from this person who feels like they need to impose themselves on your life still. I'm not exactly sure if this is a mother figure or what this energy coming through, but it does feel like feminine, okay? I don't know, it almost feels like, I don't know if it's girlfriends or motherly, like, or both, but I just feel like a lot of chatting in your ear. And it's hard for you to think about what you really want. All right. So really quickly, guys, if you are interested to know, a lot of people ask me, how did I know when I was a medium? How did I know I was a psychic? Now, first thing I got to tell you is that I looked at my astrology chart and I saw that my south node was in the 12th house. Now, when your south node is in a house like the 8th house, the 4th house, or the 12th house, this means you're coming from a place of spirituality. That means in a past life, you were a shaman or a leader or a healer or a tarot reader or a psychic or a visionary or a clairvoyant or whatever. There's a million dream interpreter or a reader. You were something like that in a past life. And you know, I felt so connected to it and I couldn't figure out why until I realized it was a past life. And I took my south node and I looked at my north node and I said, okay, I have to bring this energy of spirituality into my daily living, into work. How can I do that? And so here I am, guys, bringing you the Meta Movement. This is a YouTube channel that I created 2 years ago, and I had no idea what I needed to do on here. I knew I had to do something metaphysical, but I had no idea what I wanted to do. So recently I've created this talk show that is, you know, based around healing, metaphysical healing, natural healing, ways to feel more connected to the earth and ways to improve yourself and feel good about yourself on a daily basis, right? Because this is all perspective, Okay. Aaliyah. Hi, Aaliyah. Okay, Aaliyah, sometimes life stings. So I don't know if you're waiting, you know, something negative recently happened. Like, I can't help but feel like it's a relationship that kind of was like a little buggy, for lack of a better word, when maybe this past month that just kind of went by. And I feel like it's just something that you have to get over. It's just kind of part of life. Like, people cannot stay in our lives forever. Sometimes they come early, sometimes they come late, sometimes they come in intermittently, but they're meant for certain times of our lives. And I do feel like there was something you needed to let go or something you needed to release that just happened in your life. And yeah, I know it hurts, but you know, you're going to be okay. You're going to survive. And I really feel like it was not meant to be in your life. Okay? There's just this energy of like time to go and more time for you. Okay? All right. So I did see a question on there. How do I improve my psychic ability? So here's a couple things. One, you could book an appointment with me. So when I am done this live in about 43 minutes, I will have another link up there. It's kind of like my link tree, and it'll send you to all the different types of readings I do, not just the special that we're doing here, which is $16 for this TikTok reading. Not here. There are some free ones that are happening, card pulls that are going on, but if you want to guarantee you relate to me on a scary level, I love you. That's what I'm here, you guys. Like, intent is everything. Your intention, my intention, we're all here for that. Okay, so if you'd like a personalized reading, please click the link in my bio now. If you want to connect in a different way, you want to do a one-on-one, you want some one-on-one coaching. Right now, I am working on a class to be able to serve more people at once, to be able to talk about your psychic abilities, tell you how to increase them, exercises, give you multiple exercises to use to increase on a daily basis. Now, when I started this journey, I was really heavy into sports psychology. I have a master's in sports psychology. And I was working on being a motivator, a mental coach, a motivational speaker. I was working towards being a life coach. And I realized that there was, you know, there's a lot of imagery and visualization and tricking the body and this separation of mind body in sports psychology. You have the ability to change your body's chemistry, to change your body's DNA just by a different thought process, or changing the way you think, or changing the neural pathways and the connections in your brain just by visualization. Now, your eyes are powerful, but your third eye is even more powerful. This is our imagination. This is where we dream, the things that we see inside of our minds. And that can be stunted in a lot of people. Okay, mindfulness, yeah, like if we're in school, someone's yelling at us to stop daydreaming, or we're trying to study for a test, but we're seeing images of different things in our heads, and we're told that's bad. So throughout life, that gets stunted, and it goes inside of us, and most of us are clairvoyant. Most of us, our predominant ability is clairvoyance. Okay, if you think you're an empath, you're psychic. Okay, empaths are someone who has learned to understand and absorb energy in a way that is non-threatening. It's a way to focus on other people because of the deep pain and the hurt that we've had as children. So I got a little off topic on that one, but okay. So let's do, you know what I want to talk about right now? I want to talk about hemp seed oil, okay? Hemp seed oil. Let's bring some stuff out here, okay? So if you watched my last show, I created this really easy face scrub, and the base was hemp seed oil, okay? So you want to make sure that you're getting cold press organic hemp seed oil, and hemp seed oil is higher in omega-3s than fish oil. It actually has omega-6 and omega-3. These are the good fatty acids that we need to heal and regenerate, and the fatty acids help make our skin look shiny and supple. And I put this on every single day. And guess what? This is cold press organic. You can eat this, put it on a salad. We don't use it as much as we could. Now for some of you, I see you on there, Dana, but right now I am talking about hemp oil. So in just a minute, I will get back to those readings. Okay. So, but I mean, I love that you're here. Thanks for being here. And now, let's talk a little bit about, like, some people, like, I've even, like, seen people explain the difference between hemp and cannabis sativa, which are two different plants, okay? This is the seed. It is not the leaf or the stem of the hemp plant. It is the seed, and it's pressed until the oils are extracted, okay? And this is where all the omega-3 and omega-6s are that we need for amazing guts and skin, okay? Now, let me just show you an example, because the hemp plant technically still has THC in it because it comes from the same, genius line, but like a THC cannabis, the THC level in a cannabis plant may be around like 18 to 23% THC, but a hemp plant might have 0.3% THC. So this is not going to have any psychoactive effect on your body. You got to make sure this is organic, guys, like organic, cold pressed. Go to like USDA organic, make sure that you get it like natural health in food. Okay. Because yeah, someone said purity is important. Like how it's made is important. And if you get hemp oil, that's not the same as hemp seed oil. Okay. So hemp seed is from the seeds. All right. Now let's talk about the benefits and what I do with this. Okay. Because you can do the same thing that I do with this. Okay. So this is what I've used hemp seed for, and it's you can make lotions, salt scrubs. You can, the easiest way to make lotions, I'll tell you in a sec, is to get some 100% organic shea butter and do a 50-50, melt them in the microwave or over a double boiler, melt these two together. If you have like a blender or hand mixer, use that and just whip it. Just keep whipping the air into it, and it'll be like a soft kind of, it'll be like a soft liquidy type of lotion. If you want something that's like thicker, you can add a little bit of beeswax. Thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment on my hair. Okay, now this is what I do with hemp seed oil. You guys saw that I use it on my skin. Now this helps with cradle cap, psoriasis, acne, which is why I use it in my face oil that I use every single day. Okay, when you eat it, research has shown that it lowers blood pressure, that it lowers, it can help your heart because it lowers cholesterol. Okay. And It can also actually, it has been shown to be like an anti-inflammatory for people with like irritable bowel syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, muscular sclerosis. So just eating that, those are the benefits of taking a teaspoon and eating it. Or you can just substitute this and use this as your salad dressing, okay? Salad dressing, just eat it. Put on your skin. If some fall, like when you're cooking, cook with this every day. Like, why use olive oil if it's not going to have the same benefits to your skin, if that's what you need, okay? Now, there was a study done on pregnant women with the use of hemp seed oil, and they did find that the omega-3s and 6s in the hemp seed oil does actually help with brain development and eye development in infants, okay? Yeah, you can go for the whole plant. Well, they're different plants. Remember, Busty, remember, Monica, the hemp plant is a different plant than the cannabis plants. They produce different, like a hemp plant can produce like hibiscus flowers. And then we have like the cannabis flowers and buds from the cannabis sativa plant. Now, let me tell you guys some information that is going to rock your world, okay? Now, we know that cannabis is illegal technically federally, but many states have it legal. Like that's, I mean, what's the insanity of that, by the way? Anyway, so in 2018, on December 20th of 2018, Donald Trump signed a bill that removed the hemp plant from a controlled substance group. Okay, it removed the hemp plant from the controlled substance group that contained cocaine, heroin, and marijuana. Okay, but it didn't even have, it has 0.3% THC max. Okay, now, before it was not legal, you could not grow a hemp plant. And it had nothing to do with the psychoactive drug. I truly believe it had nothing to do with the psychoactive component. Okay, and this is why. Because hemp can replace so many things. Hemp can replace concrete. It can replace metal. It can replace wood. It can replace insulation. It can replace rope. It can replace cloth. Okay, there's like a new hempcrete is like the hemp version of concrete that is stronger. Like many businesses will go out of business because of hemp, and that's why it's been kept out of the United States, in my opinion, for so long. But now, I think in 2020, it's now legal to agriculturally grow hemp. Paper, yes. Did you know that the United States consumes 1/3 of the world's amount of paper? Just the US consumes 1/3 of the world's paper, and we can alleviate that problem with fast growing hemp. Okay, so now it's legal for agriculture. There are some fine lines though, whether or not you can grow it for yourself. Okay, that's technically not written legally. It's written for agricultural use for businesses and stuff like that. So, just think about this. Like we don't question why. Like why would the hemp plant have been illegal if it only contained 0.3% of a psychoactive substance? It's because the entire tree could revolutionize everything. Okay, it could change everything. And I think that some places in the world have seen that, and it is a fear of this big industry in the US. Okay. I feel like I just had to get that out. Okay, I feel like I had to just get that out. You guys are so amazing. You guys are still sticking with me. Yeah, it's all about control. And if you guys haven't realized, if you don't know, a Schedule 1 drug is considered so because there is no research to define that it has a medicinal property. Now, what I have to say to that is the government also does not fund research that enables researchers to prove that. So there's that double-edged sword in there, and then we have to do it like on the side and private funding and stuff like that. But there still is proof. Here we have so many states that legalize marijuana, yet the federal government still sees it as a class 1. So, I mean, do some research, okay? Figure out the intent of things. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here. So, I mean, do some research, okay? Figure out the intent of things. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here. So use a ton of essential oils. Okay. I'm reading. I use a ton of Okay. Awesome. Okay. Hi from Kentucky. So if you guys are new here, my name is Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium. If you guys see my TikTok page, you'll see that I do a lot of missing people. Now, I just feel drawn to that. I feel so drawn to helping find people and injustices and things like that. I have a master's in sports psychology and other behavioral analysis. So I do like to bring this educational component to this. I just realized that my phone is on 8%. And I don't think I have a charger that is long enough on here. So that is not good, guys. That is not good. but we only have 30 minutes left. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to do, let's do some card readings. Then I'm going to talk about smoky quartz. I have some natural smoky citrines and some smoky quartz here versus some other citrines. And then we're going to do the archetype cards. Okay. Just like I said. My education is impressive. Well, thank you. I'm here to help educate you guys too. All right. If you guys would like a reading, just please click the link in my bio. Click the link in my bio. Head over to my partner site called Hey Hero. So basically, click the link in my bio. It'll show up here. And then you'll see 2 blue arrows. All right. Let me see if I can get it up on here. So you guys, I know it's like there's so many scammers out there, and I try to use third parties so that they can verify who I am. So you guys don't get scammed or anything like that. Let's see my profile. I see some readings are coming through. And, let's see, here we go. So when you click the link in my bio, it'll take you to this site right here. You'll see Hey Hero. You'll see my name right there. And when you scroll up, you'll see right there is that TikTok special for $16. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So I thought there was only one in there, but there's a lot more readings than one. Holy crap. Okay, you guys. So, your readings are coming through. Thank you so much. I do see them. Awesome. Yeah. Those scammers have like the 7 of Swords energy. They're thieves. All right. And I'm kind of like, I'm hoping that, by using this platform that there is some, protection versus people stealing content, but I don't really know how to go that route. So might need to band together with some of you guys, figure this out, or at least we stay connected. We stay so connected that you guys know when the scammers are coming, right? All right. Okay. Let me put this back. Let's do some more readings, talk about some smoky quartz. I'll do the archetype. So just let you guys know, the archetype reading that I'm going to do at the end, you can get this reading for yourself. If you go into the TikTok special and say you just want an archetyped reading, you can ask for that. But I have an add-on in the bottom, and it's the half price of the reading. So it's like getting 2 readings for a price and a half, if that makes sense. Okay? All right, Stephanie. Hello, my good friend. Here we go, girl. Okay. Message for you, Stephanie. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so there is this, look at this, taking the bull by the horns. I don't know if you're doing this now, it seems like there's something that is going to be very prosperous later on that you've been working on, or you've really been wrangling, or the idea of like starting this new project. And I have to tell you that it will be prosperous to you in the future. There is this energy of validation is what I feel like I have to say. Like, I can't even sit here and tell you like mountains and mountains of money are going to come through, but I feel like there's going to be some validation, and after you do this, that you did the right thing. Okay. Messages from your guides. Okay. Dayami. Here we go. Dayami. If that's how you say it. Okay. Here we go. Message for you. A rebirth is assured. So there's this energy of you being able to start fresh and start over, and there's not going to be like
any consequences, or there's not going to be any like negative or bad things that are going to happen to you. There is this energy of you starting fresh and it feeling so good and so light, okay? All right, Dana, I see you on here, Dana. Here we go. Message for you from your guides. So, Dana, it's time to tend to the small things, okay? And these are the things that are just, they easily could be swept under the rug. And I do feel like, okay, like appointments keep coming up. I don't know if there's an appointment that you're supposed to be making for something that you're not, like you just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, but I keep getting an appointment, it keeps coming up in my brain. So that's what I'm going to say for you, okay? All right, thank you so much for being here, guys. My name is Katie Maike. We're doing free card pulls right now, messages from your guides. All you have to do is double tap on that screen and hang out with me. All right, Dee Dee. Dream the world into being. Okay, Dee Dee, there's this energy of you not really imagining your future enough, like you not sitting down and giving yourself enough time to like etch out what it's going to look like sketch it out in your head, what you want it to look like, what you want it to feel like. And for a lot of you guys who manifest and you're like, how do I manifest properly? There are steps to manifesting, and there's this energy of manifesting where you have to embrace the feeling of already having something. And the reason for that is because your brain doesn't understand the difference between the reality that you give it or the reality in here, okay? Then your body doesn't know if your eyes are open or not while you're meditating or if you're seeing it in real life. All right. So, I mean, this is kind of the reason that dreams occur where we use the same visuals and we don't get up and walk around when gamma rays are emitted and we dream, but we do get up and walk around when we have alpha waves, but gamma and alpha waves look extremely the same. Okay. There's like reasons for that. For you, I just feel like now is the time to sit and envision and to just dream it into existence. Okay? I am doing readings from the bathroom. This is where my office is. I have 4 children and I have an oversized shower that is a piece of shit, except for the fact that it has great acoustics and it has 2 doors between me and all 4 children. So, as you can see, there's one shower that way and I have an entire other shower that goes probably like 3.5 feet that way. So yeah, I am in the shower, but you do what you gotta do, guys. Guess what? I don't even have internet in my home. My children don't have internet. We have nothing connected up to a Wi-Fi or a hotspot or anything like that. Like, I do my readings for you guys and then I drive to a parking lot that has good internet, and then I upload your readings for you. So like, there's so much. I did grad school on one of my grad schools I did online, and I didn't have internet at home. I would travel, look up my syllabus on free Wi-Fi, download what I needed to, and then I'd go home and do my work. So like, anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. All right. See, I have a live talk show, metaphysical talk show from my shower. Okay, Rachel, I see you in here, Rachel. All right, Rachel. Rachel, now is a lucky time for you. Aw, I feel like something's about to multiply. There's some like, look at this. I get this rabbit energy and I'm really drawn to the bunnies. I'm drawn to multiplying something, and if it's not pregnancy, I didn't see that right away, but like there is something about the same thing multiplying or using the same thing to multiply. Like it's not, it's not like you're going out and purchasing multiple things. I feel like something is going to multiply, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? Oh my gosh, I still only have 1% on my phone and my phone is plugged in. TikTok is draining my battery. Guys, I love you. I'm going to say goodbye because I'm so sorry. Like these archetype readings, I want to do these. Seal, okay, I want to do these, but my phone is dying and my phone is telling me no. My phone is telling me I'm not supposed to do these. So I have to be okay with this. Seal, you got the healer card, Seal. Okay, I'm just going to show you these cards. Let's do this until my phone turns off. Throw your name in there. If you guys want a personalized reading, click the link in my bio. Okay, I've got 1% on my phone, no matter if it's plugged in or not. So let's do this. Samantha, you got the martyr. Okay, you got the martyr. Donna. Oh, I got a blank card for you.